Hi, this is Alicia Zhao, your mortgage consultant with today's Mortgage Minute. And today I'm going to talk to you about another special loan program called Asset Pledge. Asset Pledge is really good for those clients who have a lot of liquid assets in their stock portfolio and they don't want to sell their stocks, incur a lot of capital gain tax, and push their income limit to a very high tax bracket, and they want to put as little down payment as possible. So with this program, the clients can put 10% down of their own funds and then pledge the rest of the down payment against their stock portfolio or other liquid assets of either their friends or families of their own. Now let's take a look to see how this asset pledge program works. Here's a case number one, that a client wants to buy a new home for about $2 million, and currently they have $2 million of their portfolio in stocks. Now they don't want to liquidate too much stocks so that they would incur the capital gain tax. At the same time, they don't want to lose the upside growth of the stocks. So what we did is we are able to let them to put a 10% down into the purchase program. So for a $2 million home, instead of putting a $600,000 30% down, they only need a cash of $200,000 down. And we pledge the rest of the assets against their stock portfolio. So how do we pledge that? Typically for CDs or money market funds or savings account, it's $1 for $1. And if it's for stock bond or mutual funds, and typically is a 2-to-1 ratio. So in this case, that we'll be looking at a pledging of $400,000 either in money market funds or savings account, or a $800,000 against mutual funds. And now the good thing is for the asset pledge program, you can also pledge the assets against your family's or friends' assets, and they just have to write a piece of paper of pledging that they're going to keep the funds in their portfolio without using them up. They can still trade the stocks, that's not a problem. Here's a second case of a client who wants to buy a move-up home for about $3 million, and then they will sell the current home. Now what they don't want to do is sell the current stocks, buy the new home, and then sell the current home, because that way they will incur a lot of capital gain tax from selling the home and selling the stocks in the same tax year and push their income into a very high tax bracket. So what they would like to do is put as little down payment as possible, and then after they buy the new home, they're ready to sell the current home. So what we have done for them is to put a 10% down of a $300K down payment cash, and then pledging the rest of their assets against their $2 million stock portfolio. So after they buy the new house, they're now ready to sell the current home. Now in this way, they won't incur as much capital gain tax as if they have to sell both stock and the house. If you're interested in finding out more about the Asset Pledge program, schedule a free consultation with me at the link below.